Hello, friends, family, and followers. So it is just after 9 o'clock. I have been laying here in bed, and I have a little water droplet on my face here. I've been laying in bed here for about an hour trying to go to sleep. But I think this is probably a good time. I have to be up at 5, so that'll give me maybe like almost 8 hours of sleep if I fall asleep soon. But I did want to do a quick recap on today. And rather than kind of go through every single little thing, because you can actually read it in the blog, but the highlights were a lot of firsts. Rode on a bike path that was on a median between two alternating lanes of traffic. Actually, sorry, 4 lanes on either side on an interstate. So, oh, there's lovely looking hair here. And we rode that for about 4 miles. That was a first for me, riding in between the concrete medians, but it was a bike path. Anyway, we also had a fairly steep climb early in the morning, so that was a little bit challenging. We thought we made it to the top. I was referring to it as premature celebration. Anyway, wasn't quite that, because then we went around the corner and oh my gosh, there was more little climbs for us. So that was super fun. Fun meter went down on that one. I like one of the riders, Karen, that it was like fun meter up, fun meter down. So anyway, we've been kind of referring to that. I did ask her again. I said, remind me, am I having a good time on this? But anyway, it was 73 miles. It was a very challenging day. It was hot. It was in the high 90s, if not up over 100. So it was like very hard to stay cool, particularly in the afternoon. We rode over the Bridge of the Gods, which was amazing, but very scary for me because I'm afraid of heights. And so it was 140 feet up with a graded bottom. So if you actually look down through the grates, you could see the 108-foot deep river 140 feet down. I didn't. I looked straight ahead. Felt it was safe that way, but there was pretty nasty side crosswind, which was a little bit challenging to sort of stay straight. And it's hard to ride on the grates. But anyway, a few flat tires along the way, thankfully, not mine. I'm sure that'll happen along the way, but the guides have been great. They stop, they take care of everything. We had to replace a wheel. They were like on it, like unbelievably. Had a great lunch. We did have sort of a surprise climb in the afternoon that they told us would be a little spicy. Turns out, according to Strava, that was my biggest climb ever, so bigger than the one yesterday. I did stop for about 2 minutes about midway up because it was pretty painful. My legs were on fire, my lungs were on fire, and I was in the lowest gear, just low and slow, and just it was pretty painful. And then we did have the last 6 miles coming into Hood River on the interstate. And we were actually on the interstate on the shoulder, totally legal here in Oregon. That was also a first for me. So 2 interstate firsts for me. Anyway, that was the last 6 of the last 8 miles. And then we had 2 miles in town, so it was good. Came back, napped as expected, pretty tired. And we have 90 some odd miles on tap tomorrow, and a massive climb between 70 and 90 miles. So say a little prayer for me. And hope you enjoy these little videos. For those of you who maybe don't want to read the stories, I'm trying to kind of keep them different. But anyway, it's a good way for me to blog my thoughts. So I really wanted to do this before I went to bed tonight. Anyway, I appreciate all the support, all the kind words. And tomorrow afternoon, just think about me, because it's going to be roasty and a challenging afternoon. So big accomplishment. Tomorrow is one of our 2 hardest days on the ride so far. So, or not so far, like of all. So I just need to make it through tomorrow. So lots of prayers in the morning, and hopefully a good night's sleep tonight. So